Man, Lil Wayne was real Lil Wayne.
The real Lil Wayne.
Baby used to always tell me, we used to be sitting in the studio, say, see that little dude right there? That little dude, the one. I'm telling y'all, everybody in here, that little dude there is special.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us on the Elation podcast today, where we enjoy exhilarating euphoria through creation and collaboration. Today, we're here with Dave Bartholomew.
Man, what a pleasure to be here, dude.
How you doing?
Man, I'm doing, man.
Good.
Good to see you, brother.
It's good to have you here, man.
Man, I'm excited to be here.
Long time coming.
Absolutely.
Music producer, CEO of BangnWorld, all kinds of things, right?
Yes,
Multiple hats, was what we were talking about earlier,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, about 20 different hats.
About 20 different hats.
Yeah.
No hair.
No,
but 20,
yeah,
but
you
20
can
different
see.
hats. Yep.
Definitely.
We're all in the same boat.
Same boat.
Same
Yes,
boat.
sir.
That's awesome, man. We'll talk about a bunch of music stuff and career stuff, but let's just start origin story, man. Where you from, where you grew up, high school. We'll go from there.
I'm originally from, actually, crazy, uptown on Roper Street. My dad used to have a house up on Roper Street. Then when I was maybe about 4 or 5 years old, we moved to Pontchartrain Park.
Okay.
Which my mother is still there now. I went to St. Augustine High School.
Okay.
Graduated 85, proud Purple Knight.
Nice.
And just Ninth Ward. I call it, even though it's Pontchartrain Park, we feel like it's the lower Ninth Ward.
Yeah.
Part of the Ninth Ward.
Part of the Ninth Ward, absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, man, St. O, Ninth Ward product, and
that's pretty. It's a lot of stereotypical New Orleans stuff right there. That's awesome, though.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, sports. Did you grow up playing sports?
Well, no, I didn't play in high school, but I played at North. I played at Pontchartrain Park.
Okay.
Patriots. I used to play football until I was probably about 13, 14 years old. Then it kicked in that I was Dave's son.
Okay.
And I started realizing that music probably be a strong part of my life.
Well, so that was my next question. Where did music grab you?
Well, actually, believe it or not, I played music, started music when I was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
I went to St. Gabriel Catholic school, elementary school. So back then, I don't know if they do it now, but back then you used to always have like band and all this, which different subjects, and you had to take band. So when I got into 3rd grade, I took up drums and something I loved, like just beating on stuff. My mom would say I always would beat on walls and tables and take her spoons and be like, boy, you need some drums. So, I took that up, but with all that being said, my father was very adamant about if I do music, I had to learn how to read music.
Okay.
So it's like, you ain't about to just be doing music and not really know it. So you need to learn the theory of it. You need to read it. So, from 3rd grade to about 8th grade, that was all about really learning theory and really learning how to read.
That's awesome.
Music. But it kind of ran me away. That ain't what I wanted to do.
Yeah, but music theory and creativity don't always collide.
Nah, not at all. No, but he was just very adamant about it because he felt like if music is something you're gonna do later on in your life, if you can read, you can get a job with anybody.
If you want to be a construction guy, you gotta learn how to hit a hammer with into a nail,
right?
It's the same shit.
Yeah. So that's how he was. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I didn't really get into music till really well after high school.
Okay.
As far as production wise,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what was that moment though? What was that moment that said, "All right, this is it"?
Well, you know what? When my last 2 years in high school, we started a singing group. If you remember back then, like the boy band was the thing, like the Force MDs, New Edition, and all that stuff was going on. So we didn't really want to do music so much. We wanted to do the boy band thing. So me and my little brother started a singing group called Friends Nine. So it was me and my brother and 2 other guys, two brothers named Cyril Francois, Daniel Francois, and a friend of us all was named Freddie Polk. So we started a boy band thing. So after so long, you want to start doing your own music.
Of course.
And we used to work out with this guy named Eric Hornsby who taught us a lot about harmonies and different things like that. And got to the point where we needed music. So I was like, well, shit, we can't depend on nobody else. We need to start kind of like learning how to do this shit ourselves. So believe it or not, man, we used to hired this guy named, I can't remember Mark's last name, but I used to go to this guy named Mark he had a studio on Franklin Avenue, right by the old Melba High School.
Okay.
So we used to go by him all the time. So he was very instrumentally great at keyboards, programming drums and stuff like that, everything that we were doing. And I just was always interested in watching what he was doing. I'm like, man, I want to do that for myself, because I hear shit in my head that he's not getting out his
right
what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just man, I called my dad up. My dad was on tour with Fats, and I was like, man, look, we need somewhere to record. Like, we don't have any recording studio. And my dad came on and said, well, I could get the stuff for you, but you got to make it work. And I was like, all right. So he came home from tour, and he gave me a $17,000 check. And I'm like, bro, I'm like about 17 years old. He said, go get everything you need. I was like, in my mind, like, shit, I'm about to do what I want.
3 and go.
Yeah. I went over, I don't know if you remember Allied Music on Bienville.
Yep.
I went to Allied Music on Bienville, man, and I spent every last bit of that $17,000. They was happy to see me.
I bet.
I spent, getting keyboards. Back then we had an ADAT. So I just bought everything that we needed to start the studio. And that was a great start. Somebody just giving you 17 grand.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I bought a good mic. I bought, when I got the Allied, it was like the most important thing about the studio, you got to have a good mic.
You got to have one good mic.
So,
one good mic.
One good mic.
One good mic.
So I bought the mic, I think we bought one ADAT, mixing board, a couple other things, and then an MPC 62, the first version.
Yep.
And I think I had a Roland JV80.
Okay.
I think it was that. And just had those two pieces of equipment, man, and just started teaching myself. Reading a book, reading on, I guess I could say on the job training. I was reading as I go, programming, how to load the sounds in.
Right.
Like, I didn't know nothing, bro.
Were you recording on tape?
ADAT.
Okay.
I was recording on ADAT.
Okay. Yeah,
but I didn't really worry about recording so much fast. I was worrying about just learning how to use the
production stuff.
Yeah. Learn how to use the MPC and learning keyboards, learning how to play keyboard, make sure I was in the right keys, and all that goes back to the theory stuff.
Absolutely.
And obviously, if you play keyboards, if you got an ear, you can hear if you're playing the wrong key. You should, anyway.
100%.
So it took me a while, man. I was just in the back in the studio for like 2.5, 3 years, just by myself, just teaching myself how to do all that shit. And just not depending on somebody else. That's how it really happened. I didn't want to depend on people no more. Right. I wanted to do what I felt like I hear and what was in my head.
Yeah, it's a true New Orleans thought. I don't want to depend on nobody.
Yeah. So I just started. That's how I started production.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, what did let's talk about the family dynamics a little bit. Because your dad was obviously moving, right?
Yeah.
He was moving around a lot, right?
Yeah. When I was young, man, I didn't really realize who my dad was until I was like 12, 13. Like, knowing that he was this, this mega producer, wrote all these big rock and roll hits, because he didn't really bring none of that shit home. Like, you'll go in a room, I hear him playing trumpet all day, like getting on your last nerve. Like, why does this man keep playing the trumpet? And you would go in there, and now that I go back and think about it, he used to have a yellow tab, and he used to be writing songs and playing over and over with a little tape recorder, but I didn't know what he was doing as a kid.
Right.
When I got to be older, I realized that, okay, well, he was actually writing songs and he was doing shit.
He was working.
Yeah, and he used to always come in there. I was going in his office. He'd be like, close my door.
Mm-hmm.
You, I'm working right now. And I'm like, working? This ain't no damn work.
Playing music. yeah.
Ain't no damn work.
Right, yeah.
So,
doing what his dad did to him.
Yeah, exactly. So it just kind of, it just dawned on me what he was doing, man. And then he never really pushed us to do music. He really didn't want us to do music at all, honestly.
Kind of, the old heads don't want the kids.
He's like, ain't no money in that shit. I'm like, I don't know, you making money? He's like, yeah, but I'm lucky.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm lucky, bro.
Yeah, they realized how lucky they were.
He like, and he always said that, like he said, bro, I'm lucky and I got God and I work hard for what I got. So he said a lot of luck come with this shit. He said, so I want you to, if this is what you want to do, still need you to go to school,
Right.
get an education, be educated, bro. Yeah, get a backup and like, but if this is what you want to do, this your passion, what your heart feel, do that. But also you need to get an education. So he's real adamant about education. Like,
right.
Like hard up. Like you would think he was a fucking, a professional counselor or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But anything from father's music. But the origin of it was, I just wanted to be like my dad at some point.
Yeah, listen, I love that aspect. I mean, there were multiple moments in my life.
Yeah.
Where you just want to be like your dad, man.
Yeah. And this day and age, you don't have a lot of people saying I want to be like my dad. So it means a lot.
That's right.
You go back and you look at it, and it's just really not the music part so much, just a man.
Yeah.
Just be somebody responsible, dependable.
Yep.
And
respected.
And that's what it was. Yeah.
That's awesome. But it's also like kind of awesome to have a person so close to you that was a part of this New Orleans like culture.
Wow. Yes, bro. Like
music is part of what stamps culture.
Yes, absolutely.
And
it's funny, man, because so many people come to me now. It's like, man, your daddy is the culture. Your daddy is rhythm and blues New Orleans culture. And my daddy was always a very humble man. It's like, yeah, I get that, but there was people before me.
Right.
He always like, look, there's always somebody before you.
Right.
He's like, he said, yeah, maybe I was the one that carried the torch and made it more than what they did at the time because I might have had different resources.
Right.
But he always felt like just being humble and making sure he always cared about New Orleans people, New Orleans music, the culture of New Orleans. He always felt like the world needed to know what was going on in this little city.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I feel like that identity and that thought process has helped us throughout the years of being so different from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has definitely translated into different generations.
Yeah.
What? So your dad, did he pass?
Yeah, my dad passed 6 years ago, man.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, my dad passed. It'll be 5 years this year.
Oh, I'm
so
sorry to hear that as well. Yeah. See, he June 23rd, man, 2019. He lived to be 100 years old, bro.
Wow.
He was almost 101.
You can't ask for more than that.
Yeah, you can't ask for more than that. But and my dad, I actually took him to the hospital. He never came back home, and he told me in the hospital, like, look, bro, I didn't live my life. I just want you to, I appreciate everything you did for me. I love you. If I don't get out of here, I didn't had a hell of a ride. And no more I can
don't
ask
feel
for that.
sorry for me.
And he was a real, how can I put it? He was a real humble man, but also really faith. His faith was really strong in God. So he's like, I know where I'm going.
I know where I'm going. Yeah, don't worry about me.
Yeah, don't worry about me. So his thing was just carry it on. I'm proud of you. Carry on what you're doing and just do it right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So can't for more.
Are you the only one in the family carrying on that tradition?
Well, as far as strongly for the music, yes, but my little brother as well. But he's more on the business side.
Gotcha.
Because without him, it's a big part. I'm music business. He's all business.
Right.
He used to play trumpet and whatnot and do different things like that, but he got strongly into business like straight out of college. He was more into that side of music, so he started managing my dad. Like
it's a different brain, bro.
Yeah, it's a different brain.
It's a different brain.
Yeah, he's on he's on another wavelength, bro. And I respect that about him, and he respect what I do, and together we make it work.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about like maybe your first studio journey, like when you started to realize like, oh man, I can make money in this.
Well, I always felt like I could make money in it because I saw my daddy making money.
Well, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? And I still think like this. I always think like, whatever profession I do, I want to do a profession that at least should make some money.
Right.
You know,
right.
Like some people pick professions and there ain't really a whole lot of money in it. And I'm not knocking that, but I always was a person like, look, I could fall back on that shit. I'm trying to aim for some shit that's making money.
Right.
So that's how I got with production. I just kind of felt like production was, I knew it made, especially back then, I knew it made a lot of money. Producers were making a lot of money because I would study people like Teddy Riley.
Right.
And, of my time, people like that. And Babyface and Quincy Jones and that. They're like, they making fucking tons of money. Like, I could do this.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was my motivation, man. Besides my dad, obviously. Just watching other people, like, damn, they're making all this money. But the music was great, too.
Right.
Right. So I just felt like if I made great music, the money will come with it. But so to speak, I got caught up in having a studio and nobody else of my peers had one. So that kind of like deterred me from just strictly doing production and start being an engineer. So that's how I come to record Magnolia Slim first.
Okay.
BG first. Lil Wayne first.
Gotcha.
I'm the first person that recorded these guys professionally. And I ain't even know that until a couple of years ago. I'm like, man, I was the first person that recorded all these cats like professionally. Like,
that's crazy.
Came to my studio, like, and I like, that's crazy. I had to think about it, like, because I did the Lil Wayne and BG's album,
right?
And I did Magnolia Slim. You Want It, I Got It. I think that was the name of it.
Okay, yeah.
I did those albums like early on, like, and I probably would say, as they were learning, I was learning. Right. We all was just in there learning at the same time. And I didn't know what I was doing. I don't think they knew what they was doing. But we just creative, making things happen.
100%. They were just jumping in the studio spitting words out. Like they had no idea what was getting ready to happen.
Man, Lil Wayne was real Lil Wayne.
The real Lil Wayne.
Yes.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
I miss real Lil Wayne too. But
oh man. Genius, bro.
Oh.
Genius, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
No.
That's the genius. I know firsthand. I've recorded him many times. And I've been seeing it since he was a little boy. Like, people just started seeing it probably when he got to be like 19, 18. Started recognizing different things about it. But I've been seeing it like since a little kid. And Baby used to always tell me, we used to be sitting in the studio, say, see that little dude right there? That little dude, the one. I'm telling y'all, though, everybody in here, that little dude there is special. And you say, you think so? Like, telling you, he knew it.
Yeah, he just had it. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, some people just got it.
He just got it.
Yeah, and believe it or not, Dave, that was my dad's favorite artist.
Really?
In his later part of his life.
Really?
He loved Lil Wayne, bro. I'm like, what? Like, I've never seen shit like this done before. He said, look at this Billboard magazine. He got about 8 fucking songs on the charts. And I'm so glad he's from New Orleans. Like, this, everything about the culture, this is what I was talking about, the facts.
This is what we built.
Yeah.
This is what I gave a channel to.
He was crazy about that.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's good to, it's good to hear that guys like your father actually felt the progress.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like so many times in our lifetimes we don't understand or we don't see the progress that has happened between the generations.
Absolutely.
And it's awesome to hear that your dad looked back and said, hey, I was a part of the reason why he has that platform. And I'm proud that he's representing it.
Yeah. And I also think he had a connection too, because he knew I was recording Wayne.
Right.
Over at his office. Because his office was in the front and my studio was in the back. He was like, man, that is fucking awesome, man, for him to be from New Orleans and doing what he's doing. He's basically running a rap business right now.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
Basically like if nobody can do a record without Wayne right now.
No.
And he loved every part of
that. That's awesome, man. So how many songs you think of Wayne you recorded?
I don't know how many they did on the Bee Gees. We probably did about 3 or 4 albums.
Okay.
Over there by me.
So you did a lot of songs.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, I did I did all of Cash Money Records, like probably all the way up until like 98, 99. I did all they
Gotcha.
all they they recorded everything by me.
Everything. Okay.
Yeah, all of Miss T, Mr. Ivan,
Right.
CeeLo, Lil Slim,
Yep.
UNLV, everybody that was on their label. Like I literally recorded all that stuff.
Do you look at any of that now and see it as, I guess you could say, an evolution into the rap world for New Orleans? Meaning, like you were a major part. If you were recording all those songs, you were a major part of the growth and the evolution of New Orleans rap.
Absolutely, I do feel like that way. But I tell you one thing that I got to give my hat off to Baby and Slim because they bothered me. I ain't have time to do my own shit, bro. They bothered me every day about they needed to get an artist or one of their artists in there to record. I almost came like the in-house studio for them, and I didn't realize the records that we were doing and that would have some kind of effect on us 20 years later.
Right.
On the whole industry. As a matter of fact, I felt like a lot of the records they were doing were good, and I always felt like they were original, like they were really doing New Orleans. They never tried to be
something else.
Yeah, and I felt good about that. And I just tried to do my best as an engineer to give them the sound that they needed. At that time, now I had 4 ADATs.
Right.
So I was working 32 tracks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had went from 1 ADAT to, I've told my dad, like, I can't do shit with 8 tracks. I need more tracks, bro. So he said, well, how many? I said, I think I'm gonna need it. I really just wanted one more, like 16, because people was, back in the day, they'll mix everything down to one and make it 2 tracks.
Yep.
Like, he said, go get, what's the most you can get? I said, well, I think we could do about 3 or 4. He said, well, go get 3 more. So I had 32 tracks. So that attracted a lot of people to come to me at that time, because I was able to have, simultaneously.
The full situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people were able to get their product done. Obviously, I was affordable. I was in the 7 ward central city where everybody can come. I do feel like I made a major contribution to that. But like I said, back then,
you should, because without that equipment and without that situation, we may not have heard them.
Yeah, you may not, because I don't think a lot of them back then could probably afford like ultrasonic. And
nor would ultrasonic even accept.
Yeah, they might not accept
some of those jobs.
Yeah, yeah. Like I took all those jobs.
Yeah,
and I was fine with it because, like I said, they kept me busy. They paid me.
Which is different from what most people say from Baby, but
yeah, I mean, I never had a problem with them paying me, bro.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
I think because we had a relationship, as we got to keep moving,
right?
So I can't.
You were part of the building process.
Yeah,
absolutely. And he understood you were part of the mortar that was building this brick building that he's working on.
I think I became a vessel for them where it came to like, damn, now we really have somewhere we could record,
right?
And we could really pump this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't tripping on the money part. Like, as long as I'm making some money, we can get it done. I mean, I'm young, bro. I'm like 23, 24 years old.
Right. We moving.
Yeah, we moving. You know what I'm saying? If something come with this shit, something come with this shit. So it's just what it was, bro.
What's the love that they showed you since?
I haven't seen him in a long time. I seen Wayne, Crack Tracks. I don't know if you know Crack Tracks.
Yep.
We was at BT Awards a couple of years back, and we ran into Wayne, and then he was like, "The fuck, that's crack." So we talked, we chopped it up. I seen Baby when they did the street, changed the street over. We talked, but I mean, we don't, it is, relationships not like they were when we were 22 and 23, and I'm not, I don't feel any way about it, people are people. When we see each other, they respect me. We talk, we chop it up, and that's that. But I'm not looking for nothing from nobody or anything like that. I'm really overwhelmed and happy for them, bro. That they done with what they vision. Because I could say that I'm the one that know that they really work for that shit.
Right.
Like I know, like Baby would call me and be like, he in Monroe, Louisiana one day. The next day he in fucking Shreveport. The next day in Baton Rouge. He'll call me every day, be like, hey bro, I need to get in there and record tonight.
Right.
Like every day. Like, would you come? I'll be in town in about 2 hours. We need to be in there. We need to get there. So they do. Last day working one project, they record another project. So
right.
They worked. They worked for that shit.
They worked.
Yeah.
It's good to have those stories because I mean I feel like the next generation doesn't understand how much work gets put into all this stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
and
know?
Man, just speaking of work, like with Mannie, Mannie, they'll come to Mannie, be there way before them doing the beats, come back, and me and him the last ones in there.
Right.
They gone. They done came and rapped, did what they did. Mannie in there making beats, mixing beats. I would leave Mannie in there. That was like my, he's like my brother.
Right.
Still to this day, you know what I'm saying? Leave him in there, do what you gotta do. He was actually just living up the street from where the studio was at the time.
Right.
So yeah, bro, it was a lot of work. But I don't think looking back on it, we honestly it was work, but we was having fun.
Yeah, music is fun.
And I really think when we were doing that, bro, we were just trying to just be neighborhood superstars. There wasn't nobody trying to be fucking, you know what I'm saying, as famous as they are. And
right.
Maybe they might have visioned that, but I don't know. When you vision that shit, you don't know if that's really gonna happen.
I feel like Baby visioned it. I feel like Slim visioned it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like anybody else visioned it.
No.
Because I've gotten close with Juvie since,
or
at least the last few years, I've gotten really close with Juvie, and talking to him, they just do music, man. Like they had no idea what was on the glimpse, and what was getting ready to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
that's the only day when they signed Juvie. They started going. I think they started recording about Canal Place or something like that. I never recorded Juvie.
Oh, okay.
That's the only one I never recorded. But everybody, like before Juvie, early on, I did all that shit. But yeah, man. I think the success was a working thing. It wasn't no shit nobody gave.
Right.
And I'm glad to be a part of that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Because I was working too.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, so what are you doing nowadays?
So man, nowadays I'm got like 20 hats, doing a lot of shit. Still doing the studio thing, still doing production. Obviously, that's my main thing. I'm working on a couple of projects myself. I'm finally doing my own fucking project.
Right.
I figured out one thing, Dave, about people, and it took me this fucking long to realize that. When you taking your time and you're doing production and you're spending money and you're doing shit with artists. If they're not into the shit as much as you, it's the wrong artist.
Right.
And I got to the point where I feel like, why am I keep calling your ass and you ain't bothering me about the shit? Your shit.
Right.
So I got to the point where let me do my own fucking shit. Let me do my own project. Cause I could, I don't have to depend on nobody. Like it goes all the way back to that. But I feel like a lot of artists, man, just want people like myself, people like you to give them shit. Like they don't want to work for the shit. Like, it's just too accessible.
Spoiled children.
Yeah. And I ain't with that shit.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like if you really want a good product and want a good project, you gotta work. You gotta put some time in it.
Artist development is a real word.
Mm-hmm.
And I, as much as I love the social media world for the access that it gives artists and it gives that next wave, it's very deceiving on how hard you have to work for it. I mean, it's another job when you talk about content creation.
Absolutely.
It's another job when you talk about uploading and advertising dollars and processes and metadata and copyrights and I mean the list goes on and on.
Never fucking stop.
And as an artist, if I'm focused on the creative side, I can't worry about the copyright. I can't worry about how it's getting released, where it's getting released.
I just want to get it done.
The rollout. I just want to show up, take pictures, wave, smile, and do a concert. I don't care about anything else. The problem is you can't do that nowadays.
Nope. You gotta wear all the hats.
Yeah.
And And I think from my era where I come from, we used to wearing the hats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Popping shit out the trunk and trying to sell. See, putting shit on consignment. Like,
we didn't care about the amount of jobs we had. We were just working.
Just working.
Right.
Bro, I went to Peaches Records and put stuff on consignment and Tower Records and stuff so much. Like, I ain't really worried about the money I was getting back from it. I just wanted somebody to buy the fucking record.
Right. It's called exposure.
Yeah.
And I was working on the exposure part. However it happened, I was working toward the exposure.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's just, I just felt like it was time for me to do me. So that's what I'm doing right now. I got like a couple of projects. I'm working on this project that I'm really proud of. It's called Ladies Man. So I was doing a program directing over at the Dewdrop.
Okay.
For maybe about 8-9 months. I was over there doing that. And through doing that job, I met a lot of young ladies that was fucking phenomenal for singing and what they could sing, play an instrument, whatever. And I just sat back one day, and a lot of them I knew, and some of them I met over there. I was like, man, this would be a great fucking project if I get all these different New Orleans women on one album and mix them up together. They don't even know each other. Mix them up together and put them on some tracks. And I'm the only producer on this thing. Called it Ladies Man. So I started that, and that's what that's
awesome.
Project I'm working on right now.
Awesome.
Because so many of them are so talented.
Right.
And a lot of them don't have records out, but they gigging. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, you need a record.
You need a record, right?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on that. I'm working on my own, like I said, my own album. I got a single called Show Me coming out with me and a cat by the name of Dave Lemon.
Okay.
Dope R&B artist. Shit is nice. I got another single. I want to say, I'm hoping this to be like a little breaker for me, bro, called Get Up. And I got an artist by the name of Blunt that doing that with me.
Okay.
And for the most part, my stuff is, I'm doing the production and I'm doing some of the hooks and stuff, singing the hooks, whether I'm singing or where I'm rapping or whatever have you. I'm letting them have that rap shit. They can do it. They can do all that. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what I do.
It's a
what
young
I'm good
man's
at.
game, man. It's a young man's game. As much as I enjoy rap and it is an ever growing young man's game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And all music has been.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean the trendsetters were always young.
Absolutely.
It's just kind of the way it is.
The way
it goes in different generations, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could you tell me one story about recording Wayne that no one's heard yet?
I could tell you he ain't messed up too much.
Well, that's new for a lot of artists because I've recorded a lot of artists. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I didn't do it, and you know, and I could tell you, David, punching in on fucking ADATs,
it ain't easy.
Ain't nothing you want to fucking really keep doing.
No.
He was very articulate. He was very.
He knew his lyrics.
Yeah, he was on top of his homework. He like when he came there to record, he's just like a fucking grown man. Like he go in there and do it and get it over with. It's like it was never in there a long time. Like, you know, I remember, bro, I could tell, I could see him right now. The little short dude had a big bush used to keep a pick in his head.
Right? Yeah.
And he used to come over there and him and BG would sit. I had right outside the studio, there's a kitchen. I had a table in there. They would write their raps, whatever they was doing then, and then he would come, I'm ready. Come in there and tell baby they're ready, whatever, and 1-2 takes.
Wow.
At the most.
Wow.
And honestly, BG too at the same time.
Okay.
1-2. BG never took long. And I think a lot of people forget that BG kind of held Cash Money down on his back for a while, man, with the Chopper City and It's All on You and that shit. Man, BG was really good.
Especially New Orleans flavor culture wise, BG was kind of it.
Yeah, he was it for he was it for a while, man. I think people forget that, man. And
I agree. Because Juvie would kind of went worldwide, you know, so Juvie was less culture. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, And then meaning like when everybody's separated.
Yeah,
like Juvie was worldwide already, so like he was less culture, and then like but your BG albums were the ones that everybody gravitated.
Yeah, real New Orleans shit.
Yep,
real New Orleans shit. And I think BG did. He was really exceptional as a teenager, but he was really good. And I think it even made him better because I think he looked up to Soulja Slim a lot. And I think with Slim in and out of jail so much, he had that sound. BG had that sound, and it was steadily dropping music. So he was getting better and better and better as he did. And I think BG had to be about 12 when I met him.
Yeah.
He was no more than about 12 years old when they first did that album. I think Lil Wayne was like 10 or 11 when they first did the BG. So they were real young, but they were coming there, bro, and do 1-2 takes as children.
Was he hooked on the dope already at 12?
Nah.
It was
fuck no.
But it wasn't long after that.
Yeah. Like, to be honest with you, bro, I never even seen him high.
Really?
Never seen him. When he would come to the studio by me, bro, he was a kid, bro.
He was ready to work.
He would work. I've never seen him high as a kid.
That's good to hear.
Yeah,
because I know it caught him early.
And real respectable dude, bro. And to this day, real respectable. If I see him, we holler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's been through it. He's awesome.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, for me, bro, I feel like he a strong individual, bro. You go through that and you bounce back and you do. You know, everybody can.
Yeah, no, and I'm not shitting on it at all.
No.
If anything, it's amazing how they got through it.
Yeah.
And did what they did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a story in itself.
Like that's why I bring it up, because it's like these people got to know, like, it's not the end all. It's not the reason. No. It's not the reason he made what he. It's not the reason he did what he did. The reason he did what he did is because he respected his craft.
Yeah.
The drugs just came along with part of the
I think drugs came along
process.
Part of rock and roll.
Yeah.
I mean, the bigger you get, bro, you know, some of us handle it, most of us don't. The bigger you get, the more time you get involved in other shit that you normally wouldn't get involved in, you know? So I think he was living a rock star life, bro.
Yeah.
You know, got caught up as a young man living a rock star life, and I really think that's what happened. But you're more of a man to bounce off that shit and then live your life again.
I agree.
And I'm proud of him.
To be able to assimilate into real life after all those years too is very, very hard to do. So I commend him on coming home and jumping right back into it.
Absolutely. Man, I tell you one thing. Anywhere I fucking see him, I don't give a fuck where we at. I seen him in Miami when the Saints was playing the Super Bowl. Fucking, he tell people all the time, man, this the dude that recorded me first. He the one showed me how to punch in and out and showed me how to do this and how to do that. That's this the man that recorded me first.
That's awesome.
So I appreciate that about him, man.
That's awesome. Well, that's one thing I think we do well as New Orleans culture. We give back. We talk about what gave us our leverage or our standing in the world, and we respect our origins. I think that's one thing that we do well in this city.
Yeah.
So it's glad to hear that translates in the music business, because it doesn't always.
Absolutely. I think what I would like for the New Orleans, as they say, if we can get these youngsters, man, to get more unity, and as far as the music business, stop fucking being at each other's necks so much, and let's support each other.
Yeah, because even New Orleans Cash Money, they didn't like each other, but they weren't trying to kill each other either.
Hey, like, you know, like, bro, I would have No Limit artists over there, Cash Money artists over there, and Take 4.
Yeah.
Like, all in one fucking day.
Yeah.
Like, I was like busy as fuck, like recording all these different people, Lisa Amos and Willie Puckett and all this shit. Like I would go from gangster rap to R&B shit, like, you know, and that really was great for when I look back on it, because that made me more, you know, I guess I'm trying to say it made me more expandable of dealing with different type of music, because as you know, I don't think an engineer should fuck with mixed music that they don't listen to.
Agreed.
I hate somebody that fucking used to mixing jazz music and you want to mix this rap song with 808s in it.
No, that ain't gonna work.
It don't come out right.
You just hear it differently. Yeah, you know, and there's nothing wrong with how they hear it.
Yeah,
it's just not
the right way
we're going for. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Like, no, I agree. I agree.
I think that helped me out a lot. Just working with all these different artists and and shit throughout the years, man. You know.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad they give you your flowers when you're out there for sure. And
Yeah, they holler at me. Yeah,
and...
yeah. They definitely do. I got as a matter of fact too. I want to tell you, I got a new record with Juvie too, man.
Oh, all right.
I got a new record with Juvie. I got a Juvie, Wacko, and Skip on the record.
All right. Real old school New Orleans track.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, you got to hear this shit. And I got a new record with Mystikal and 3D Natee.
Okay. Is Mystikal getting out of jail? What we doing?
Man, I hope so, man.
Right. So call me today. He literally called me today. He said, I think Mystikal getting out. Because, they're trying to work on the verses. We're going to be after it when we put this track out. But, they're working on the verses right now.
Yeah.
Between No Limit and Cash Money.
Okay.
And from what I understand, everybody has signed off on it already.
Good.
October 26th.
Good. I heard it. KLC told me he had a good chance of getting out with that situation.
Yeah,
so I'm hoping it.
I hope so, man. I love Mike.
Me too.
I love Mike. He
Yeah,
was, because I put the No Limit reunion tour together, and I did the first 6 shows myself. Like I was the promoter. I put the money for it.
Yeah.
Silk was the one that was able to talk to everybody and get everything done. So I'll give Silk his credit on that.
I talk to Silk all the time.
Yeah, Silk was in my wedding, bro. Like Silk's like
good dude, bro.
Oh man,
good dude. Good humble. Look, and I text me back. We talk, we chop it up. Like,
oh man,
good dude, bro.
Funny enough, we met in LA.
Wow.
When I opened up my studio, I was only there like a couple months.
Yeah.
And he came in to shoot some music video in it. And like in the middle of shooting, he finds out I'm from New Orleans and everything changes.
Just changes. Yeah.
Everything changes. Next thing you know, he was in the studio for hours and we started talking. And he looks at me and goes, "Don't go Hollywood on me."
Yeah.
And
that's him.
And I didn't know what he meant then, but I know exactly what he meant right now.
Good dude, bro.
But he, like I said, he was at my wedding, bro. Yeah. Like Silk he spends the night at my mom's house. When he comes in town, he sleeps at my house. Like it's a part of the family.
He came when he came by the Dewdrop and did the show with us for Super Bowl time with Mac.
Yep.
And after the show, man, me, him, and Mac, man, we sat back there about 2 fucking hours talking.
Yep.
Just talking.
Shout out Mac.
Yeah. Shout out Mac.
I love Mac. That's another one that I was like, man, I because we did a podcast together, and I was like, man, look, it's like I'm so impressed with the way that you've gotten out and just gotten into reality and gotten into real life, because it's not an easy process coming out of 20 plus years.
Yeah, it's a whole nother world.
Into a system.
Right.
To come out into real life and real world and be able to feel confident and to
jump on that bike and just ride it.
Yeah, and maybe because he was innocent.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe that was the key. Like he kept it 100 the whole time, and even in his own head. Like this ain't me.
Yeah.
Like this is what is it? It is what it is.
I always knew he was innocent because I know him.
But even the anger. The anger of being inside, knowing you're innocent, that's never touched Matt, and I love him for that.
Yeah, it takes a strong person to do.
I mean, way stronger than me.
Yeah, stronger than me too.
Because I'd have gotten out fucking yelling and screaming.
Motherfuckers holding me down.
Yep. But listen, man, I appreciate you, and I appreciate them, and I appreciate this whole New Orleans culture, and
absolutely,
and I appreciate the moments that were given to these artists that weren't known at the time, but now are pivotal moments of where our entire music generation is from New Orleans, and you were a part of that. So I appreciate you,
man. I appreciate you, and I would like to add too, like Mia X. I actually met Cash Money Records from Mia X.
Okay.
She introduced me to it. She brought them over to the studio.
Love Mia.
Yeah. Me and Mia was working together at the time on some music. And she said, I got two brothers that want to come over and record. And she brought them over, and that's how I met them.
Wow.
Man. The rest is history.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's a real New Orleans
I gotta
link.
I gotta give her flowers for that, man. She turned me on. When she turned me on to that, it was, I met a whole lot of people behind that, just one of those things.
Mia's one of the real ones.
Yeah.
Mia's one of the real ones.
I think, and I like to say, and I always call him Magnolia Slim. I never call him Soulja Slim. Fucking great dude, bro.
Oh yeah,
great dude.
yeah. I
man.
never got a chance to meet him.
I seen him 2 days before his accident, and seen him at the gas station right around the corner from where he got that shit happened at, and we talked, and he was like, "Man, the studio's still open?" I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, I gotta get my ass over there. I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you tomorrow. And of course, I never seen him after that. But great dude, man. And I could say this about a lot of New Orleans people when we first started all this music shit. Everybody respected everybody,
right?
And everybody just wanted everybody to do better. So I'm just hoping that's what we can do in this New Orleans vibe that we got with these youngsters. Y'all hear me, youngsters?
Yeah, we got some good ones coming.
I'm sure.
What would be your top 5 youngins right now?
Young boy, of course. I like YB.
Shout out
at first I didn't take time to really listen to him because people, everybody just jumping on bandwagons and shit. So let me really listen to his last 2 projects he dropped. So I listened to him. I was like,
he said some real shit.
Yeah. So I like him. I like him. From New Orleans, I don't know right now. I like Conniving. Well, we call itself The Voice now. You should I'll text him to you. You can check him out. There's a couple of cats, but him for sure.
What about like D1?
Oh, for sure, D1
and YD.
Yeah, I like them. I mean, I'm just trying to think of people off. I'm trying to think about some people that people might not know.
Because you were listen. The reason why I ask you is you were part of the original moments watching a young Wayne record.
Yeah.
So now you're watching the young careers of these new guys.
Yeah.
Like what can you tell me who you got the pulse on?
If it had to be a rap artist?
It don't matter. It don't matter. But given that was your history, that's why I was kind of going that way.
Yeah, I think, believe it or not, man, I think one of the best artists from New Orleans is probably somebody that haven't even have a record out yet. And shit, I can name a few of them, bro. One of them will be Teresa B. She sings. Another one, she has a record out, would be Indie Blue.
Okay.
And as far as rap artists, like I really hear this music really doing something. It has to be The Voice, man. It's him.
Yeah.
Like I got to put you on him. And the crazy part about he's not a young cat, but he's young.
He's young, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking some real shit. Like you want to hear more of it.
All right.
I can sit there and name a lot of people, bro, but that's who come to my mind.
Okay.
Right quick, I think.
All right.
And also, I got an artist by the name of Prophet, R&B. He's a guy, singing. He's singing, and he fucking dope too.
Awesome.
And I ain't just saying that because I'm doing. He's a dope songwriter and got dope songs that we're working on. So yeah, some people just don't have records out yet, but you'll know about them in about another year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, I thank you for being a part of the culture, and I thank you for spending the time with us to tell us about it, and you were an intricate part of how all these guys became anything that we listened to. So
I appreciate that.
If anything, the world needs to understand more about the people that were behind these people.
Oh man, please! I'm one of the main behind the scenes motherfuckers.
You know that R button doesn't hit itself.
Yeah.
That R button doesn't hit itself.
And I appreciate you saying it because I think a lot of people, more people than ever, don't think about that part.
Right.
And that's really where the important part is.
100%, man. Because without and artists are not always confident in themselves either. The person hitting R gives them confidence. There's a reason they're behind the computer right now.
Absolutely.
And so it's a process that I think most people in reality don't understand how difficult it is to deal with an artist or to give enough confidence to an artist to try things that aren't normal or don't sound right or could be creative. And you give that space for artists, and you gave that space for some major artists. So I really appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate you.
And we should give you your flowers all day long.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell anybody your socials and maybe some things that are coming out that you want people to pay attention to?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Well, like I said, I have a song called Get Up, getting ready to drop, featuring Blunt. And I'm trying to figure out who the other artists I want to put on there. I haven't really made my mind up yet. But the song is Get Up. You'll know it when you hear it. And like I said, I'm working on this EP called Ladies Man. And I'm working with Prophet. I'm working on, as a matter of fact, what I tell you about the Juvie songs and stuff, I have two sons, Tracker Beats and Super Deezy. We have this project together called 1616, and it's a collaboration of us with all these different, what we did was mix some of the, I hate to call them old school, but some of the older artists with some of the new artists of today. And that project is called 1616. We're going to be dropping that. We have some crazy fucking songs like with Juvie and songs with Currency, just great artists all together on this on this project, man. So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm still working.
Awesome, man. That's still good to hear.
And you could catch me my social media on Instagram is Don Lewis, just my name, Don Bartholomew. Facebook, Don Bartholomew. Yeah, that's me.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, good to see you again, and good to hear from you.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure, man.
And you guys go check out everything and listen to everything. Listen to old stuff too, because this man hit record on a lot of things from New Orleans culture. So let's just let's give the flowers and let's give the attention that it needs, because you can't record without hitting the R button.
That's for sure.
So, thank you guys for joining us today. If you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.